Welcome to my expat stories. This one's about Jake, a 34-year-old personal trainer from Manchester, who thought being young, fit and Instagram savvy meant he couldn't get played. He met Yindi at a resort gym in Koh Samui. She taught Muay Thai fitness classes. Proper fit bird. They trained together, smashed sessions. She wanted to open her own gym. He had 18 grand saved from online coaching. They'd be partners. 50-50. Build an empire. Get influencer clients. His Instagram posts promoting their gym got them hundreds of bookings. If you think being young and switched on protects you, this'll proper do your head in. Here's Jake. Right, so I'm stood in this gym in Koh Samui, looking at some Thai bloke sat at the desk where I should be sat. And he's going through bookings on the laptop. My laptop. That I bought. Absolutely biblical, mate. Proper biblical. Let me rewind. Tell you how I ended up here looking like a complete tit. I'm Jake. I'm 34. I'm a personal trainer from Manchester. Been doing it 10 years. Proper into it. Gym's my life, innit? I run online coaching. Got about 12,000 followers on Instagram. Not massive, but decent. Make all right money. 30, 40 grand a year between the PT sessions and the online programs. Living my best life. I was with this bird Emma for 5 years. Thought we were sound, thought we'd get married, have kids, the whole bit. Then in January 2024, she goes, "Jake, I can't do this anymore. You're married to the gym. I barely see you. It's over." I was like, "What? We're solid." She goes, "Nah, we're not. You love the gym more than me." And she left. Just like that. Moved her stuff out while I was at work. Left a note. Proper cold. I was devastated, mate. Absolutely gutted. 5 years. Gone. I tried messaging her. She blocked me, tried calling, blocked, done. My mate Connor said I needed to get away. Clear my head. He'd been to Thailand. Said it was mega cheap. Good vibes. Beaches. I said I'm not going on some sad boy holiday. He said it's not a sad boy holiday. It's a reset. Get your head straight. Train somewhere different. Meet people. Live a bit. So I booked 2 weeks in Koh Samui, February 2024. Just me. My gym gear, my protein powder. Figured I'd train, get some sun, sort my head out. Landed on a Tuesday, got a taxi to this resort. Decent place. Pool. Beach. Gym. I checked the gym out first thing. Always do. Can't go 2 days without training. I'd lose my mind. The gym was proper nice. Not huge, but solid equipment. Free weights, squat rack, pull-up bars, couple of treadmills. And there's this bird in there teaching a class. Muay Thai fitness. She's got about 10 people following her. Doing combos, kicks, punches. Proper high intensity. And mate, she was fit. Like properly fit. Not just hot. Fit as in shredded. Abs, arms, legs. Whole package. She was wearing these tight gym shorts and a sports bra. Thai bird. Maybe 28. Tattoos down her arm. Nose ring. Not your typical Thai woman. She looked like she could kick your head off. I watched her finish the class. She caught me looking. Smiled. Came over. Goes, "You want to join next class?" I said, "Yeah, why not?" "What time?" She said 6 tomorrow morning. I said, "Sound." She said, "You look like you train serious." I said, "Yeah, I'm a PT back in Manchester." She said, "Oh, nice, I'm Yindi. I teach here." I said, "I'm Jake." She said, "Cool. See you tomorrow." That night, I'm sat by the pool, thinking about Emma. About how she said I loved the gym more than her, and I'm thinking maybe she was right. Maybe I did. But also, what's wrong with that? The gym's my passion, my job, my life. If she couldn't handle that, then she wasn't the one. 6 a.m, the next morning I'm in the gym. Yindi's setting up. There's about 8 people there, mostly tourists. Bit unfit. Yindi sees me, goes, "You ready?" I said, "Born ready, mate." The class was proper hard. Like actually hard. Muay Thai combos mixed with chit, burpees between rounds, mountain climbers. She wasn't messing about. Half the class quit halfway through. I stuck it out, smashed it. Yindi noticed. After class she goes, "You're strong, good stamina." I said, "Cheers." Years of training. She said, "You want to train together sometime?" Like proper session. Not class. I said, "Yeah, definitely." So we started training together. Every morning, 6 a.m, just me and her. She'd teach me Muay Thai. I'd teach her strength training. We'd push each other. Proper good sessions. She was mad strong, could throw kicks that had dropped most blokes. I was impressed. After training, we'd get breakfast at the resort. Smoothie bowls, eggs, protein stuff. She'd tell me about her life. She was from Bangkok, moved to Koh Samui 3 years ago, worked at the resort, taught classes, did PT on the side. She wanted more though, wanted her own gym, her own brand, like me. I told her about my Instagram, my online coaching, how I'd built it up. She was buzzing, said she wanted to do the same. I said you should. You're good, you've got the look, the skills. You just need the platform. She said it's hard in Thailand. Not many people do fitness influencer stuff. Not like in England. I said it's the same everywhere. You just need to start. Post content. Build it up. Over the next week we became proper close. Not romantic. Just mates. Training partners. We talk about business, about goals, about building something bigger. She showed me her Instagram. She had like 300 followers. All photos of her teaching classes. Decent photos, but no strategy. No branding. I helped her. Showed her how to film content. How to write captions. What hashtags to use. She started posting more. Better content. Within 2 weeks, she'd gone from 300 to 1,000 followers. She was gassed, said I was a legend, said she owed me. I said, nah, you don't owe me anything. We're helping each other. That's what mates do. By the end of my second week, I didn't want to leave. I was in the best shape I'd been in months. My head was clear. Emma felt like ancient history. And I had this new mate who got it. Got the gym life, the grind, the passion. Yindi said she'd miss training with me. I said I'd miss it too. She said, you should come back. Maybe we train more. Build something together. I said, like what? She said like a gym. A proper gym. Not just resort classes. A real fitness centre. Muay Thai, strength training, yoga. The whole thing. For tourists and locals. She said there's nothing like that in Koh Samui. Everything's either basic hotel gyms or hardcore Muay Thai camps. Nothing in between. I said that's actually a sick idea. She said, I know, but I don't have money to start it. I said, how much would you need? She said maybe 500,000 baht to get going. Rent a space, buy equipment, get licensed. About 12 grand. I said, I've got savings. About 18 grand. From the online coaching. I was saving it for a house deposit back in Manchester. But mate, I didn't want to go back to Manchester. Back to Emma's ghost everywhere. Back to the same gym. Same clients, same boring life. I said, what if we partnered up? I put in the money. You run the day-to-day. We split everything 50-50. Build it together. I could move here. Run my online coaching from Thailand. Train at our gym. Live the dream. She looked at me like I was mental. Said, are you serious? I said, yeah. Dead serious. Why not? I've got the money, you've got the skills. We work well together. Let's do it. She said, Jake, that's crazy. You barely know me. I said, I know enough. You're sound, you're dedicated. You want the same things I want. That's all that matters. She said she needed to think about it. I said, cool, think about it. I'm flying back to Manchester tomorrow, but let me know. If you're in, I'm in. That night she messaged me on Instagram. Said yes. Said let's do it. Said this could be mega. I replied, mega is right. Let's build an empire. I flew back to Manchester buzzing. Absolutely buzzing. I had a plan, a purpose, a reason to get up. Emma who? I was moving to Thailand, opening a gym, living my best life. I told Connor. He said, mate, are you sure? You barely know this bird. I said, I know her enough. We've trained together every day for 2 weeks. She's legit. He said, yeah, but 18 grand, that's your house deposit. I said, I don't want a house in Manchester. I want a gym in Thailand. He said, all right, your life. Just be careful. I said, I'm always careful, mate. Famous last words in it. Over the next 2 months, Yindi and I planned everything. She found a space to rent. Ground floor, main road, good location. About 200 square metres. The landlord wanted 6 months rent up front plus deposit. That was 150,000 baht. About 3.5 grand. I sent it. She sent me photos of the empty space. Concrete floors, white walls, perfect blank canvas. She said we'd need equipment, weights, racks, mats, bags for Muay Thai, mirrors. Reception desk, she got quotes. Another 200,000 baht, about 4.5 grand. I sent it. She sent photos of equipment arriving, racks being installed, mirrors going up, It looked sick. Proper professional. I was gassed. Then she needed money for licenses, business registration, gym insurance, health and safety certificates. Another 100,000 baht, about 2.5 grand. I sent it. She sent photos of the paperwork, official documents, stamps. I said I wanted to surprise you. Surprise. She said, "Can we talk? Outside?" We went outside, stood on the street, the gym behind us. My gym. Her boyfriend's gym. Whatever. I said, "What the fuck, Yindi?" She said, "Let me explain." I said, "Explain what?" "That you've got a boyfriend. That this isn't our gym. That you've been lying to me for 3 months." She said, "It's not like that. Crit and I were together when I met you, but we were having problems. He wanted to open this gym. I didn't think he could do it. I thought we'd break up. So when you offered to partner with me, I said yes. I thought maybe we could open a different gym. Just us. But then Crit actually did it. He opened this one, and we got back together. So I helped him instead." I said, "So where's my 12 grand? Where's the equipment I paid for?" She said, "It's here. In the gym." I said, "But it's not my gym, it's his." She said, "I know, I'm sorry. I didn't mean for it to happen like this. I thought we'd open our own gym. But Crit's gym was already happening, so I just used your money to help him." I said, "You used my money to help your boyfriend open a gym while telling me it was ours?" She said, "Yeah, basically." I said, "That's theft. That's fraud." She said, "Jake, I didn't steal anything. The equipment is here, the gym is real. You're not the owner. I'm sorry." I said, "Sorry. I sent you 12 grand. I moved my entire life here. I told my clients I sold my stuff. I came here thinking I was opening a gym with you. And you're sorry?" She said, "What do you want me to say? I made a mistake. I should have told you about Crit. I should have told you the gym was already open. But I didn't. I'm sorry." I said, "I want my money back." She said, "I don't have it. It's spent. On the gym, on equipment, on rent. It's all gone." I said, "Then Crit can pay me back. It's his gym. He's using my equipment." She said, "Jake, he doesn't know it's your money. He thinks I saved it. From teaching. He thinks I contributed to the gym. If I tell him I got it from you, he'll be furious." I said, "I don't give a fuck if he's furious. I want my 12 grand back." She said she couldn't do that. Said it would ruin everything. Ruin her relationship. Ruin the gym. She said, "Jake, please. Just let it go. I'm sorry, I messed up. But I can't fix it now." I said, "You can't fix it. I just moved to Thailand for this. I just gave up my life for this. And you can't fix it." She said, "Maybe you can work here, teach classes, make the money back that way." I said, "Are you taking the piss? Work for your boyfriend in the gym I paid for?" She said, "It's an option." I walked off. Couldn't look at her anymore. Couldn't stand there listening to her bullshit. I walked down the street. No idea where I was going. Just walking. Proper raging. Absolutely fuming. I went back to my hotel. Different one from where I'd stayed before. Cheaper. Because I just spent 12 grand and had 6 left and no job and no gym and no plan. I sat on the bed, pulled out my phone, went through Instagram. Yindi's profile. The one I'd helped her build. 1,000 followers when I left. Now she had 3,000. All from the gym posts. Photos of her teaching. Of the equipment. Of the space. Our space. Except it was never ours. I scrolled through her posts. Found ones from March. Grand opening. So excited to open PowerFit Gym. With my amazing partner. Photos of her and Crit. Ribbon cutting. Champagne. Smiling. Looking proper loved up. March. 2 months ago. While she was messaging me. Telling me we were still setting up. Still waiting for licenses. Still preparing for our grand opening. I checked the posts I'd shared. Back in April. When she sent me photos of our gym. I'd shared them on my Instagram. Can't wait to open our gym in Koh Samui. Dream partnership with Indi Fit. Coming soon. I'd tagged the location. Tagged her. My 12,000 followers saw it. Some commented. "Mate, that's sick. Living the dream. Can't wait to visit." And it helped her. Helped them. My post drove traffic to her profile. To the gym. People messaged her asking about classes, about memberships. My followers became her customers. And I never saw a penny. I felt like such a mug. Such an absolute mug. I'd basically done free marketing for them. Built up her social media. Promoted their gym. All while thinking it was mine. I called Connor. told him everything. He was silent. Then he said, "Mate, I hate to say it, but I told you. I said, be careful. You barely knew her." I said, I know. I fucked up." He said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I don't know. Get my money back somehow." He said, "How? She doesn't have it. It's in the gym." I said, "Then I'll go to the police. Report her." He said, "For what? She built a gym with your money. The gym exists, the equipment exists. She didn't steal anything. She just didn't make you the owner." I said, "That's fraud though, innit?" He said, "Maybe. But you're in Thailand. You sent money willingly. You didn't get a contract. You didn't register a business together. You just trusted her. That's not fraud. That's being naive." I said, "Thanks for the support, mate." He said, "I'm being honest. You messed up. Now you need to figure out what to do. Cut your losses and come home. Or stay and try to make it work." I said, "I'm not coming home. Not yet. I'll figure something out." I went back to the gym the next day. Crit was there. I said, "We need to talk." He said, "All right." We went to a cafe, sat down. I showed him everything. The transfers, the messages, the quotes. All of it. He looked at it. Properly looked at it. Then he said, "Mate, I had no idea. Yindi told me she saved this money. From teaching. From PT clients. I didn't know it came from you." I said, "Well, now you know. So what are you going to do about it?" He said, "What do you want me to do?" I said, "Give me my money back. Or make me a partner. 50-50 like Yindi promised." He said, "I can't do that. This is my gym. I registered it. I run it. I can't just give you half." I said, "Then pay me back. 12 grand. He said, "I don't have 12 grand. I spent everything opening this gym. Rent, equipment, licenses, marketing. I'm barely breaking even. I can't just give you 12 grand. I said, "So what? I'm just fucked then." He said, "I'm sorry, mate. I really am. Yindi messed up. She shouldn't have taken your money, but I didn't know. And I can't fix it." I said, "You're using equipment I paid for." He said, "I know. And I'm sorry, but what do you want me to do? Sell it? Give it back? I need this equipment. The gym's running. I've got members. I can't just shut down because Yindi lied to you." Fair point, I suppose. But I was still fuming. Still absolutely raging. He said, "Look, I can give you free membership, free classes. You can train here whenever. For a year. That's the best I can do." I said, "A year's membership? That's worth about 3 grand at most. I sent 12. He said, "I know, but it's all I can offer. Take it or leave it." I left it. Walked out. Went to the police station. Filed a report. Told them everything. Showed them the transfers. The messages. All of it. The officer listened. Took notes. Then said, "This is civil matter, not criminal. You gave money. She used money. Gym exists. You need lawyer. Sue her. We cannot help." I said, "But she lied. She said it was our gym. She took my money." He said, "Yes, but she built gym. Equipment is there. This is business dispute, not theft. You need lawyer." So I found a lawyer. Cost me 500 quid just for the consultation. He looked at everything. Then he said basically the same thing. It's a civil matter. I could sue Yindi. Maybe win. Maybe not. It'd take months. Maybe years. Cost thousands in legal fees. And even if I won, Yindi doesn't have the money. Neither does Crit. The money's in the gym, in equipment, in rent paid. I'd never get it back. He said the best option is to negotiate, try to get some money back. Or equity in the gym or something, otherwise cut my losses and move on. I said, "That's it, that's my option." He said, "Yes. Welcome to Thailand." I went back to the hotel, sat on the bed, looked at my bank account. 6 grand left. I'd planned to live on that for the first few months. Get the gym going, start making money. Now it was all I had. 6 grand. In Thailand. With no job, no gym, no plan. I messaged Yindi, said we need to sort this. She said, "I know. I'm sorry." I said, "Sorry doesn't cut it. I want money back." She said, "I don't have money." I said, "Then give me equity. Make me a partner properly." With Crit. She said, "Crit won't do that." I said, "Then figure something out." She didn't reply for 2 days. Then she messaged. Said Crit agreed to pay me back. But not 12 grand. He can't afford that. He can do 5 grand. Over 6 months. Paid monthly. About 800 quid a month. I said 5 grand. I sent 12. She said, "I know. But it's better than nothing. He's trying, please. Just take it. It's the best we can do." I thought about it. 5 grand. Better than nothing. But still 7 grand short. Still got played for 7 grand. Plus the 6 months I'd have to wait. No guarantee he'd actually pay. But what choice did I have? I could sue, spend thousands, wait years, maybe get nothing. Or I could take the $5,000, cut my losses, move on. I said fine. $5,000, but I want it in writing. Contract. He signs it. She signs it. Legal. She said, okay, we'll do it. 2 days later, I met them at the gym. They had a contract. Written in Thai and English. Crit agrees to pay £5,000 over 6 months. Monthly payments. Starting June. I read it. Signed it. They signed it. Crit said, I'm sorry, mate, really. Yindi shouldn't have done this, but I'm trying to make it right. I said, yeah. Cheers, I left. That was 3 months ago. I'm still in Thailand, still in Koh Samui. I moved to a cheaper hotel, then a shared apartment. I'm doing PT on the beach, cash in hand, teaching tourists, making enough to survive. Barely. Crit's paid me twice. 800 quid in June, 800 in July. He's actually doing it. 3 more payments to go, then I'll have $5,000 back, $7,000 short. But something. I see Yindi sometimes, around town at the beach. We don't talk. She looks away. I look away. It's awkward as fuck. The gym's doing well. I check their Instagram sometimes. Growing, more members, more classes, my equipment, my money, their success. I helped them, built their social media, promoted them, funded them, and got $5,000 back out of 12. If I'm lucky. Connor keeps asking when I'm coming home. I keep saying soon, but I don't want to. Don't want to go back to Manchester. Back to the same life. Back to admitting I fucked up. Back to everyone knowing I got played, so I'm staying. For now. Training on the beach. Living cheap. Waiting for Crit's payments. Trying to rebuild. Trying to figure out what's next. But mate, I'll tell you this. I thought being young meant I was smart. Thought being social media savvy meant I couldn't get conned. Thought being fit and confident meant I was protected. Turns out none of that matters. You can be 34, run an Instagram with 12,000 followers, know your way around business, and still get absolutely done by a fit Thai bird and her boyfriend. Absolutely biblical. Proper biblical. So here's where I am now. 3 months later, still in Koh Samui. Still waiting for Crit to finish paying me back. Still teaching PT on the beach to tourists who've had too many pad Thais and want abs for their Instagram. It's not the dream I sold everyone back in Manchester. Not even close. I'm living in a shared apartment with 2 other blokes. One's Swedish. One's Australian. Both doing the same thing as me. Teaching fitness on the beach. Living cheap. Trying to make it work. The apartment's basic. 3 bedrooms. Shared kitchen. Shared bathroom. About 200 quid a month each. It's fine. It's not mine, but it's fine. I wake up at 6, hit the beach, set up my spot. Resistance bands. Yoga mat. Kettlebells I bought second hand. I put a sign up. Beach boot camp, 300 baht. That's about 7 quid. I get maybe 3-4 people a session if I'm lucky. Tourists mostly. Europeans, Australians. People on holiday who feel guilty about the beer and the food and want to do something healthy before they fly home. I do 2 sessions in the morning, 2 in the evening. On a good day I make about 2,000 baht. That's like 50 quid. On a bad day, 20. I'm making enough to survive, pay rent, eat, not much else. I'm not saving anything, not building anything, just existing, which is mad because 3 months ago I thought I was building an empire. Now I'm just a beach PT in Thailand, trying not to go broke before Crit finishes paying me back. Connor keeps messaging, asking when I'm coming home. I keep saying, I don't know. He says, mate, just come back. Get a proper job again. Rebuild. You've still got clients who'd take you back. I say I'm not ready. He says, you're never going to be ready. You're just hiding. Maybe he's right. Maybe I am hiding. But I can't face going back yet. Can't face walking into a gym in Manchester and having people ask how Thailand went. How's the gym? How's the dream? And me having to say, yeah, about that. Got conned by a Thai bird and her boyfriend. Funded their gym. Got 7 grand back if I'm lucky. Living in a shared apartment. Teaching tourists on a beach. Living the dream, mate. Can't do it. Not yet. I see Yindi sometimes. Around town. She's usually with Crit. They look happy. Proper happy. Holding hands. Laughing. Living their life. Running their gym. Using my equipment. My mirrors. My racks. The stuff I paid for. Last week I saw her at a 7-Eleven. She was getting water. I was getting instant noodles because that's what I eat now. Instant noodles and rice. Budget life. She saw me. Looked like she wanted to say something. I just walked past. Didn't even look at her. What's there to say? Sorry I funded your boyfriend's gym while thinking it was mine. Cheers for that. Crit's still paying. Fair play to him. He paid August. 800 quid. On time. Like he promised. 2 more payments to go. September and October. Then I'll have 5 grand back. 7 grand short, but better than nothing. I thought about using that 5 grand to open my own gym. Proper one. Just me. No partners. No Thai birds. No bullshit. But 5 grand's not enough. Not for Koh Samui. Rent's expensive. Equipment's expensive. Licenses are expensive. I'd need at least 20 grand to do it properly. And I don't have 20 grand. I got 6 grand in my account. And 5 coming from Crit. 11 grand total. Not enough. So I'm stuck. Stuck teaching on the beach. Stuck waiting for payments. Stuck in this weird limbo where I'm not moving forward, but I'm not going home either. I check their Instagram sometimes. Can't help it. PowerFit gym. Growing every week. They've got 30 members now. Classes every day. Muay Thai. Yoga. They added yoga. Yindi teaches it. She's wearing these tight yoga pants in the photos, looking fit, getting likes, getting comments. Where's this gym? Can I book a class? Goals. My equipment in the background, my mirrors, my racks. In every photo. I scroll through the comments, people tagging their mates. We should go here when we're in Samui. This place looks sick. Adding to the list. I helped build that. My money, my Instagram promotion, my advice on social media. And now I'm teaching on a beach making 50 quid a day while they're making bank. The Swedish bloke in my apartment, his name's Anders. He asked me one day why I'm still here. I said, I'm waiting for payments. He said, but after that, why not go home? I said, I don't know. He said, you're hiding from something. I said, maybe. He said, from what? I said, from admitting I fucked up. From admitting I got played. From admitting I'm not as smart as I thought I was. He said, everyone fucks up, mate. You just fucked up in Thailand instead of Sweden or England. Same shit, different country. Fair point, I suppose. I thought about reaching out to Yindi. Just once, ask her properly. Did any of it mean anything? The training, the conversations, the plans. Was it all bullshit? Or was some of it real? But I didn't. Because I already know the answer. It was real to me. It wasn't real to her. She saw an opportunity. A lonely bloke from England with money and a broken heart. Fresh off a breakup. Vulnerable. Easy target. She played it perfectly. Made me feel like we were building something together. Made me feel needed. Made me feel like I mattered. And I fell for it. I'm not angry at her anymore. Not really. I mean, I'm pissed about the money, but I'm not angry at her as a person. She did what she had to do. She had a boyfriend, a relationship, a life here. I was just a temporary thing. A way to help Crit's gym. A way to get equipment and marketing and money. And it worked. Fair play to her. She played me and she won. I'm more angry at myself. For being so naive. For thinking that being young and fit and social media savvy meant I couldn't get conned. For thinking that 2 weeks of training together meant we were mates. Meant we were partners. Meant we were building something real. We weren't mates. We weren't partners. We were a PT and a client who had a business idea. And I let my ego and my excitement and my desire to escape Manchester turn that into something bigger in my head. Connor was right. I barely knew her. 2 weeks. That's nothing. I wouldn't trust someone back home after 2 weeks. But in Thailand, with the sun and the beach and the fresh start energy, 2 weeks felt like forever. Felt like enough. It wasn't. I've learned some things though. Sitting here on this beach every day, teaching tourists, watching the gym I funded succeed without me. I've learned that being young doesn't protect you. Being confident doesn't protect you. Having Instagram followers doesn't protect you. None of that matters when someone's good at what they do. And Yindi was good. Really good. She played it perfectly, made me feel valued, made me feel like I was helping, made me feel like we were a team. And by the time I realised we weren't, I'd already sent the money. I've learned that location matters. If someone had pitched me a gym partnership in Manchester, I'd have asked for contracts, for lawyers, for everything in writing. But in Thailand, on holiday, fresh off a breakup, I just trusted, just believed, just went for it, because it felt right. Because I wanted it to be right. Because I needed something to be excited about. And I've learned that ego is expensive. My ego told me I was smart enough to spot a scam. Told me I was too young and switched on to get played. Told me I was building something special. That ego cost me $7,000. Maybe more if Crit stops paying. The Australian bloke in my apartment. His name's Damo, he got scammed too. Different scam. Bar girl. Sent her $20,000 over 6 months. She had a boyfriend the whole time. He found out. Lost his shit. Smashed up a bar. Got arrested. Spent 2 days in a Thai jail. Now he's here. Teaching on the beach. Living cheap. Trying to rebuild. He said to me one day, "Mate, at least your scam was creative. Mine was just classic bar girl bullshit. Yours was like fitness influencer bullshit. That's almost impressive." I laughed. He said, "I'm serious. She used your own game against you. Social media, fitness, partnerships. That's your world. She knew that. Used it. That takes skill." I said, "Yeah, I suppose it does." He said, "Does that make you feel better?" I said, "Not really." He said, "Yeah, me neither. We're both just blokes who got played, sitting on a beach in Thailand, teaching fitness to tourists, waiting to go home but not quite ready yet." I deleted all the posts about the gym, the ones I made back in April. Our gym, dream partnership, all of it. Gone. Too embarrassing, too painful. People were still commenting. "When's it open? Can't wait to visit. Looks sick, mate." I couldn't leave them up. Couldn't keep pretending it was real. My follower count dropped. Lost about 1,000. People unfollow when you stop posting, when your content changes, when your dream dies and you're back to posting basic beach workout videos instead of entrepreneur in Thailand content. I'm down to 11,000 now. Still decent, but not growing. Not building, just maintaining, like everything else in my life right now. Emma messaged me last month, first time since she left. Said she saw I was in Thailand. Asked how it was going. I didn't reply. What would I say? "Yeah, it's going great. Got scammed. Lost $7,000. Living in a shared apartment. Teaching on the beach. Living the dream. Thanks for asking." She messaged again a week later. Said she was worried. Said Connor told her what happened. Said if I needed to talk, she's there. I replied. Said I'm fine. Don't need to talk. She said okay. Said take care of yourself. I said you too. That was it. Part of me wanted to tell her everything. Tell her she was right. The gym was more important than her. My dreams were more important than us. And look where that got me. Alone. Broke. Conned. Maybe if I'd focused on her instead of the gym, I'd still have a relationship. A life. A home. But I didn't tell her that. Because it wouldn't change anything. She's moved on. I'm in Thailand. And dwelling on what ifs doesn't help. September payment came through last week. 800 quid. On time. Crit's legit. One more payment to go. October. Then I'll have $5,000. Then I need to decide. Stay in Thailand. Try to build something here with $5,000. Or go home. Admit defeat. Start over. I don't know yet. I've got a month to figure it out. The gym's still doing well. They posted yesterday. Big celebration. 50 members. 50. In 5 months. That's mad growth. Yindi's in the photo. Crit's in the photo. All the members. Everyone smiling. Celebrating. Success. My money. My equipment. Their success. Someone commented, "Congrats. How did you afford all this equipment? It looks expensive." Yindi replied, "Hard work and saving. Dreams don't work unless you do. Hard work and saving." Right. I almost commented. Almost said, "Actually, a bloke from Manchester funded most of this." But I didn't. What's the point? She'd delete it. Block me. And I'd look like a bitter ex-business partner. Which I suppose I am. Connor says I need to let it go. Says holding on to it is just hurting me. Says take the $5,000, come home, rebuild. I know he's right, but I'm not ready yet. I've got 1 month, one more payment. Then I'll decide. But mate, I'll tell you this. I came to Thailand thinking I was escaping. Escaping Emma. Escaping Manchester. Escaping my old life. I thought I was moving towards something. Building something. Becoming someone. Turns out I was just running. And running doesn't solve anything. It just puts you in a different place with the same problems. Except now you're $7,000 lighter. and teaching boot camp on a beach to tourists who forget your name the second they fly home. I thought being 34 meant I had it figured out. Thought being fit and confident and Instagram famous meant I was smart. Meant I was protected. Meant I couldn't get played like those older blokes you hear about. I was wrong. Age doesn't matter. Followers don't matter. Confidence doesn't matter. What matters is contracts, lawyers, everything in writing, and actually knowing someone before you hand them 12 grand. I didn't do any of that. I just believed, just trusted, just jumped. And I landed face first in a scam that cost me 7 grand and my pride. Yindi's still out there, still teaching, still posting, still living her best life with Crit in the gym I paid for. And I'm still here, on this beach, teaching tourists, waiting for my last payment, trying to figure out what's next. That's my story. 12 grand sent to a fit Thai bird I trained with for 2 weeks. 7 grand lost. 5 grand coming back if Crit keeps his word. Instagram posts that helped their business boom while I got nothing. And a lesson that being young and cocky doesn't protect you from getting absolutely done. I'm Jake. I'm 34. I'm a personal trainer from Manchester, living on a beach in Koh Samui, teaching tourists and waiting for my last payment from the gym I thought was mine. I'm not bitter. Well, maybe a bit, but mostly I'm just embarrassed. Embarrassed I fell for it. Embarrassed I'm stuck here. Embarrassed I have to eventually go home and admit I got played. But that's life, innit? You take risks, some work out, some don't. Mine didn't. And now I'm here, making 50 quid a day, eating instant noodles, living in a shared apartment. 1 more month till I decide if I stay or go home. Absolutely biblical. And that was Jake's story. What a real proper geezer squeezer. Thought he was too young and smart to get conned. Met Yindi at a resort gym. They trained together. He helped her build her Instagram. She said, let's open a gym together. He sent 12 grand, moved to Thailand, showed up and found out her boyfriend Crit owned the gym. It was registered to him before Jake even met her. Jake's money bought the equipment. His Instagram posts brought them customers. He's getting 5 grand back over 6 months. 7 grand short. Still in Koh Samui. Teaching on the beach. Waiting for his last payment. Then he'll decide if he stays or goes home. The gym's thriving. 50 members. His equipment. Their profit. And Jake's learned that being young, fit and social media savvy doesn't protect you from getting played. It just means you get played differently. Ever funded someone's dream thinking it was yours too? Let us know in the comments. And if you've got a story from Thailand, send it through. Stay sharp out there, yeah?